two of our nation's capital at night, man. It's the nightlife, DC. That's the Gucci store over there. See, they ain't playing, man. Straight money. It's hard to be successful. You're going to have to learn how to be by yourself and accept criticism for being by yourself. You got to protect your peace in order to be able to run your company. Who's ever taken from that peace, you got to get rid of them, get them out your life until you get your goal accomplished. Or at least you got to set boundaries. People tell me, well, the juice is my mom. My mom gives me stress. My parents take away my peace. I don't want to give it to parents. Well, you don't have to get rid of your parents, but you do have to set boundaries so that they can't take away from your peace, man. Because you got to be able to do what you're going to do, man. You got to live your life, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? You got to experience what you're going to experience yourself. Because you can't take everybody with you. And what you got to understand is when you do this, you taking the family with you. You going to the next step, man. And the family's there because you there. Everybody don't deserve what you got. You was a football player finna go to the pros, man. I mean, yeah, your family supported you, but you did all of that weight training, man. You was up running at 5 in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? You was studying, you was working on your film, you was doing everything you need to do while they was chilling. So, unfortunately, this next step might not be for them, but it's definitely for you. Because that's what it takes to be successful, is being willing to do all that extra that it takes to get there. Everybody can't do it, and they don't understand what you're saying, and really you have to get into a whole different mind state to do it. And once you get into that other mind state, you at a different level of thinking. It's not that they don't know what they're talking about no more or anything like that. It's just that you at a different level of thinking than you was, than they are. And the things that you're thinking about, the things that's important to you is not important to them. You got something to accomplish. You fighting a bear, man. When you fighting a bear, it's things you don't need. First thing, you don't need emotions. You gotta fight this bear, man. It don't matter about feelings. You gotta succeed. Your hunger turns off because you don't have nothing to do with it. When you fight this bear, sleep ain't got nothing to do with it. So you sleep a different way than everybody else do now. Because you fighting a bear. You don't need sleep as much as they do. Sleep is turned off when you're fighting bears. And tactically, you're thinking sharply, quickly, because you fighting a bear. One false move, you out of there. So you thinking sharply, quickly, fast instinct. Every instinct that you got in your whole life of survival, you are using to fight this bear, and your instincts are getting heightened. So when you talk to some of these other people that ain't fighting a bear, they don't understand at all what you're saying. They're only going to hear a couple pieces of what you're saying because that's what's at their level of understanding. You got to come to terms with that, because that's being successful. It takes separation. You want to be successful? Disappear for a year. Take yourself and just disappear from everybody for a year and work on what you're trying to work on. I guarantee you're going to be successful. But I guarantee you, if you sit around the people that you've been around trying to do something you ain't never did and they ain't never did, all you gonna hear is all the negative. They don't know the positive to tell you. They never done it. They can't tell you nothing positive about it. They can tell you something negative that their cousin did 20 years ago. They ain't got nothing to do with you. They telling you something that their cousin did before they invented cell phones. That don't have anything to do with you. You cannot go by their experiences, because where you walking at, they ain't never ever walk, man. And maybe they might not never walk there. And even if they do walk there, they don't have the experience you had. I was in the Army with people that was right next to me in the Army, but they don't have the experience I had. It wasn't the same for them. They didn't do what I did. It didn't take what it took. It wasn't the same experience, no matter what. So nobody's not trying to do what you're doing. Nobody's not fighting the bear that you fight to tell you how to survive that bear fight. Man, it's a fight. And they ain't never been in this fight. So once you set yourself on a place of trying to succeed, you got to separate yourself from the people that ain't. I don't know how to explain it, man. You get to the Olympics, they don't have all the bad people there. It's the best in the world. And then you see who's the best. It's a different circle. And you can't just run around the block a couple times and think you ready to get in there with them people that's in the Olympics. They running this every day. They at it, waiting for 30 seconds to show what they gonna do. So you can't. There's no way you can be normal again, because normal ain't successful.